This boat had been buried in the weeds, completely covered in weeds, and the carpet was muddy and dirty enough to literally grow crops.
Holy shit. Shut the bilge pump off, would ya?
Yet we were still able to turn this thing into a clean, river running machine for under $1,000. Follow along because this is how we did it.
What's up, guys? I'm Josh.
I'm Tyler.
We're with Silver's Motors here in Boone, Iowa. In this video, I'm going to take you through a full rebuild of this bass boat that we traded a broken golf cart for. Check it out.
Honestly, this thing was kind of rough, but we brought it back to life using little elbow grease, some strategy, and a budget tighter than a rusty fuel line. If you're into wrenching or flipping or just love a good underdog project, this one's for you. Also, stick around because we're working on building out a course to show you how we find, fix, and flip stuff like this. Chapter 1, the trade. We ended up getting this boat through a trade deal. We had a broken down golf cart and we're looking to get rid of it. A guy messaged us and offered to trade this boat and a broken mower. At the time, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a great deal or not, or maybe we just signed up for months of pain. Spoiler, it turned out to be a little bit of both. Throughout this video, I'm going to have a card that shows what our cost so far is. Right now, we're about $600 into that golf cart. We traded it for both the boat and the lawnmower. Sold the lawnmower the next day for $150. So far into this project, we are looking at $450. Chapter 2, seized steering. With the boat finally in our possession, we started looking around on it. And the first thing we saw is that the steering was completely seized. Steering is currently locked up, which is a bummer. We'll figure that out. So the first job we have on this is to see if we can't get that broken free. Problem number 1, which is what we're working on today. This shaft is seized. I can't get the motor to move. In order to fix this, I'm going to pull these parts off. I'm going to work on twisting and turning the shaft, hopefully get it broken free. I've already got it greased up a little bit and we'll go from there. That's a good sign. Oh yeah, okay, good. Fixed it. In part 3, we're going to figure out why this isn't starting. Well, hell yeah, guys. Our cost for this project is still $450. Fixing that steering issue didn't cost us a thing. Let's keep it going. Chapter 3, it's alive. Isn't starting. Let's start with the obvious. Check our fuel. Then we'll check spark. Hopefully we don't have to go further than that. This boat has been sitting for 8 years, so fuel issues are probably our culprit. Okay, that is pumping up. No starting. I'm gonna go manually choke this, turn it over, and see if that does anything for us. Just kidding, it has an electric choke. Nope, still nothing. Let's check spark. Jensen, I need your help on this video.
All right, do you see that key right there, Jensen?
No.
Right by your right hand right now? Nope, nope, nope. Right there. Yep. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, we're gonna check spark the easiest way I know how, and that is sticking a screwdriver in the end of this cap and see if it electrocutes me.
Wait, what?
Yep. All right. Go ahead. Turn that key. Again. Okay, that's good. We do not have spark. On to diagnosing this.
A few moments later.
Okay, so it's been a little bit, and I'm not seeing anything wrong on the engine side of things. So I came over to go turn this over again and check out what I found. This is our kill switch lanyard. This thing cuts ignition and doesn't allow the engine to start. Some boats, the motor won't even turn over with that thing disconnected. Apparently this one will, so we push that all the way on. The motor runs. Let's go. See you in part 4. Y'all, I swear this doesn't usually happen, but here we are. We got the engine started and we're into it for no more money. Total still $450. Chapter 4, water pump rebuild. Guess we're gonna put some muffs on it, see if it's got a good water pump. I mean, I just fired it for a half a second dry, and I'm gonna say that water pump's probably not good at this point, but let's throw some muffs on it and just see what happens. At the moment, I'm not able to get the water pump working. I'm not sure if it's my muffs not fitting this lower unit well enough, or it's just because it's a 20-year-old water pump. I'm guessing it's a 20-year-old water pump, so that's a problem. So I'm going to yank this lower unit off. We're going to inspect it. I'm probably going to put a new one anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, and then a pin with a cotter key in it. This is how this lower unit came off of this motor, which is pretty slick. Now we're going to check water pump here, see if it's intact or not, and go from there. Pretty good shape. A little bit of wear. The impeller itself is fully intact. It might have just been the muffs, but I think I'm going to go ahead and order another impeller if I get it quickly enough. We'll get that slapped in here and get this back on so I don't have to do the job twice. New impeller. Old impeller. These things. Drive shaft's lined up, water tube is lined up, and then we got the shift cable pin pushed through and the cotter key in. Bolt this back on, we're good to go. Lower unit, all back together. Water pumps in, we're good to go. That adds $25 to our grand total. So far we're sitting at $475. Chapter 5, the clean-oning. This boat needed an exorcism. Mold, mud, ants, maybe a possum. So we pressure washed everything, cleaned it all out, and gave it a fresh start.
God, this boat's nasty.
Well, that honestly was a lot, but the best part is it was still all free. Total still sits at $475. Chapter 6, Interior work. After all that cleaning and removing all the bad interior stuff and all the old carpet, it's time to start rebuilding the interior. What we're going to do here is we're going to put down some EVA foam. In this case, it is a camo tan color. The stuff looks slick and feels even better. Ty took on the task of prepping all of these storage lids, including removing all the hinges, drilling out all the rivets, cleaning them down, and prepping all the edges with paint, getting them ready to get their own EVA foam installed as well. So real quick, here's the before with a mat installed, all of the lids, and here they all are on the boat. Off camera, we actually installed new carpet throughout the entire boat as well. Cost so far, we added carpet for $50, we had some stainless steel staples for about $2, marine plywood for $130, and that EVA foam mat was $110. Putting us at a total of $767 so far. Chapter 7, The Fail. Once we had everything mostly buttoned up, we thought we were pretty close to being done. We decided to go and take it out to the lake for the first test, and everything went wrong.
You're good. All right, just hold just like that. I'm going to pull the trailer out. You good? Trailer out. You good? That felt good. Doing okay? Okay, wait. Sorry, I keep tripping on my thing today.
Here we are, we're off and moving. Giving Ty the thumbs up, he's in another boat.
Dumped all that water right in there. Dude, I kicked that cleat, the point of it, right in between my toes. Oh, dude, I was like...
Tomorrow, Jensen. Stay warm. You need the oar.
Hey, Dad, did you bring gas?
That is gas.
Do you need... Dad, put some gas. What's wrong?
I don't know what's wrong. So, vent is open.
I'm not wearing my swimming clothes, but I'm up for swimming.
Having a little bit of engine problems right now, but
Oh, what's that?
oh, is that water? That's watrous, as I saw
It's a
coming
lot
out.
of water.
Oh no! We suck again!
Are we going to have to swim home?
Yep.
Yep. No, because...
Wait, you guys have oars.
No, you guys have the oars. Because I was like, I don't even have a rope. That's my magnet fishing magnet rope.
Heck yeah.
I just like looped it on. I'm like, okay, cool. So that's a lot of water.
So coming from this, we got a lot of water, which was weird because
I thought that was straight gas in the tank. It must have been straight water, and I just dumped a gallon of fuel on top of it. But you know what we got?
another tank.
After swapping over to a fresh backup tank of fuel, we were able to get this carburetor flushed out enough to start, and then I unknowingly smoked out my kid with two-stroke oil, and we were able to get this thing back to the dock and back home. I'm not going to include the testing in my costs, but as of right now, we haven't changed on anything. We're still sitting at a grand total of $767 as of this point. Chapter 8, The Redemption Run. Well, last time breaking down on the lake was fun and all. This time, we need a win. We took the boat home, we cleaned out the fuel system, fixed the water intrusion problem, which ended up being a gas cap issue. Now, we're bringing this thing out to the river. And let me tell you what, the river is high and it is fast. But we're feeling very confident with the boat now, with all the issues taken care of, everything 100% buttoned up. We're going to go out and rip on this thing. If it does break down, we're going to end up in the next county.
gotta come in so you can get on, dude. This thing's dope.
There it is, guys. We're calling this thing a complete success. Ran great out on the river. We had to add a bilge pump for 25 bucks, a live well pump for 30 bucks. Fuel was 25, and my dealer fees were 35. Grand total of $882 total cost into this project. Final thoughts. We took this non-running, essentially abandoned boat that was completely filled with bugs, mud, growing plants, and for under $1,000 and actually under $900, we turned this into a super clean, reliable, river-tested boat that is ready to sell.
If you're watching this video and you're thinking, man, I could do something like that, I want to let you know you absolutely can. That's why I make videos like this. These deals are definitely out there. You just need to know what to look for and a little bit of guidance to figure out how to bring these things back to life. So if you like this video, I am going to ask you to hit that like button, subscribe for me, and turn on that little bell icon for our next video. Because we've got plenty more flips on the way. We have a bunch of boats already purchased, ready to go. We also do all kinds of power sports stuff. And if you're like us and you're super into this stuff and trying to learn how to find, fix, and flip power sports deals, we're building a full course showing you guys exactly how we find, fix, and flip stuff on a budget. So if you're interested, I will have a link down in the description below, or drop me a comment, let me know if that's something you would be interested in checking out. Or if you're a brand or a business who would like to partner up and work together, hit me up at josh@stoversmotors.com. Thank you guys for checking out the video. We'll see you in the next one.